Welcome back to another exciting game console repair video. This one is an Xbox One S. Customer brings it in, says there's no display out of the HDMI port. My preliminary thinkings was that it was going to be the HDMI control IC because the HDMI port looked fine and they don't usually lift off on the inside. But upon inspection, we see something different. What we see is liquid damage. And the only way to see how bad this is going to be to drop this port and clean this up and check continuity on the lines and make sure that everything works. We also have a little bit here, but I think that that's going to clean up okay. It doesn't at first look like it got under this booster chip. So let's drop the port. All right, heating from underneath. Let's aid the process by dropping a little bit of flux. And I like to add leaded solder into the legs. So let's do that. Okay, get it from both sides here. Alright, with that I would expect it to come off, but I'm going to add a little bit over that corroded area because corrosion does funny things, and I've seen corrosion cause solder to stick a lot harder than it should. So let's add some leaded solder along these pins. We don't want to rip any pads. Okay, so the port's coming off. Very good. Now let's get in there and wick clean those pads. Ah, yes. Everything's looking fine. Okay. I'm going to remove the heat and clean. Whew, hot. Hot, hot, hot. Okay. That looks okay. Now I'm going to use a little bit of vinegar to clean up this area. And that looks okay. All right, let's check some continuity points and make sure. So I'm going to turn off this fan for the moment. So these over here where that corrosion was is an area of concern. So I'm going to check continuity to the next component on each of these pads. 19. That has continuity. Now 18 goes to a via and jumps under the board. The via looks clean, so let's just scratch that a little bit right there. And we'll check the continuity right there. So yeah, I do not have continuity right there. This one looks clean right there. I'm not even going to check it. This one goes here. That's good. This one goes here. That one's connected. That one's blank. And this one looks clean. Looks like I have this one to repair here. And it looks like there's just a little break right there. I'm just going to run a little jumper wire right here to right here. I could probably just bridge it with solder, but I don't know. Might come undone during the reflow process. Let's jump a wire. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scratch off some more here. to give myself a good area to solder to. Okay, then I need to prep with solder. So I'm going to put a little bit of flux, and I'm going to put some solder down. You know what? I gotta do all of these pads anyway, so I'm just gonna knock them out while I'm in here with solder. Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna come in here with my jumper wire. If I can hold it steady. Criminy, I need some tweezers. Where'd it go? Okay. Okay. Good. Now I'm going to cut that excess wire off. And I'm just going to clean this real quick. All right, let's run that continuity check again. And we have continuity. Now I'm ready to put the new port on. So heating from underneath, I'm going to wait until I see all that solder become molten. And I can see it kind of starting on the left side. Oh yeah, it's there. Okay, good. We're going to put this on like so. And I always add more flux. Helps all the solder flow just how you want it. Okay, and then I'm going to very skillfully press down and remove the heat. And I'm holding. You know, I wish that were a little bit more centered. I'm gonna tap. No, I don't know. It actually looks pretty good. Just one of those pins is bent slightly out, but that's okay. Okay, holding, removing heat. Wait for the solder to become hard again. There we go. All right, flux stops moving. If the flux stops moving, the solder's hard. All right. Okay, let's clean up our flux residue. And I'm going to check that for continuity one more time, and then we're going to put some solder mask on it. Seems like it's on there really good. All right, one more check. Good. Good, good, good. Okay. We're going to use red solder mask. Why red? Why not red? I like red. Why not use green? Who cares? Red's kind of like my company's color. I started using red solder mask. Okay. So that'll need UV light and a little bit of heat to cure. All right. You can see the UV mask start to harden. I like to go about as long as the light timer is. And that's probably about good. All right. Now I'm going to put this console back together, fresh thermal paste and everything, with the appropriate amount of thermal paste, and we'll test it out. Okay, I've got the console put back together, minus the shell. This is an HDMI signal tester I'm going to plug in, and some power. And we need the HDMI cord. Now, let's put a channel up. If this works, job is done. Obviously, if it doesn't work, then I'll go back to the HDMI redriver or control chip for the HDMI. Let's hit the power button. And it turned black instead of no signal right away. That's a good thing. Xbox Ones take a moment to turn on, as they are. Everything on the signal tester looks good. Let's see what we see. By now I would have expected the green splash screen. Oh, there it goes. It just skipped the splash screen. Whatever, it worked. I'll probably do an update on this and maybe we'll get the splash screen back. But that's another successful repair. Showed you how to check for, to do a visual inspection instead of assuming a repair. And we did a little jumper wire, test points, be thorough with the work. Hopefully you found that helpful. Hit the like button, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel. This all motivates me to keep making videos. So if you appreciate the content, then do those things and I'll make more content.